Good morning. I just wanted to take just a moment just to speak some encouragement over you today. Maybe as this reaches you, you are in a state of confusion. We have a lot of questions, doubts, and fears of our season of life and where we find ourselves right now. Maybe some frustration even, but what I know this week, as I've spent time with the Lord and as I've allowed myself just to worship this week, that we serve a God that is good and He is faithful. I was reminded this week as I read through Joshua, the story of the Israelites as they crossed the river Jordan into the promised land. As God set their feet on solid ground, I'm reminded this morning that our solid ground is Jesus and the finished work of the cross. And so when we have questions and we have doubts and fears and anxieties and that depression creeps in and our life seems to be going in a direction maybe different than what we thought, what I know is that the solid rock is Jesus and what He's done for us. So I'm reminded the same way that the Israelites set up in Ebenezer, they set up the 12 stones to represent the 12 tribes of Israel. Once they crossed the Jordan, they set up those as a reminder of the Lord's faithfulness. And so maybe this morning we need to be reminded of the Lord's faithfulness. We need to be reminded that the situations that we find ourselves in, when we feel like we have no hope, that our hope is in Jesus. It's not in ourselves and our own goodness, because the Lord's faithfulness is not dependent on our goodness, but instead it's dependent upon nothing other than the countless times we can look back when we thought we had no hope, but that our hope for today is the same as it was for yesterday, and that is that the Lord is good and that He loves us. He loves us enough that He sent His Son to die on a cross for us. And so I know today that the Lord is good and He is faithful. And so I'm going to sing just a little bit of a song that has been speaking to me recently. It's a song that comes straight from the book of Numbers. It's a song that means a lot to our Carey family. And so I invite you maybe to sing along with me as it becomes known to you. Maybe you know it, maybe you don't. But what I know is that our God is faithful. He's with us today the same He was yesterday. The Lord bless you and keep you. Make His face shine upon you and be gracious to you. The Lord turn His face towards you and give you peace. The Lord bless you and keep you. Make His face shine upon you and be gracious to you. The Lord turn His face towards you and give you peace. We sing Amen. 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 In the Lord bless you, and keep you. Make His face shine upon you and be gracious to you. The Lord turns His face towards you and give you peace. The Lord bless you and keep you. Make His face shine upon you. Be gracious to you. The Lord turn His face towards you and give amen. In amen, amen, amen. In amen, amen. In